Does it look like a ketchup bottle?
Oh wait, no, too high. Please, someone help me, help me.
You suck.
I want a dinosaur.
Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at another Transformers figure. It's from the Golden Disc collection. It's the Transformers Kingdom Terrorsaur. Now, this was the Predacon. I needed to complete my Kingdom Predacon collection, and I was really glad to get him, even though I paid probably about 30 bucks over retail, because he is sold out, and I got a feeling he's going to be one of those figures that's just going to be really hard to pick up unless they do like a purple repaint or something and put him in the Legacy line, which wouldn't surprise me. But enough jibber jabber, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Terrorsaur in the package, and it's kind of cool. We got the Golden Disc right here. It says Transformers Kingdom, the Golden Disc collection, Terrorsaur. All the boxes really kind of look the same in this collection, so yeah, there it is. Kind of wraps around. I really dig that. Very, very cool. We get some space on that side there, and I think all the boxes kind of interconnect. And here we have Terrorsaur on the back in his robot and pterodactyl mode. Transforms in 22 steps, so just kind of a close-up. Yep, that's the packaging, and, well, that's about it for the box. Let's get him out of package and see what we think. Here we have Terrorsaur out of the package. Now, he does initially come in his pterodactyl mode. You've got to transform him from the beast mode, but this is what he looks like in robot, and it looks pretty cool. It's a redo of the Air Razor figure, which is fine. Now, I will say this guy is very fragile feeling, especially in the beast head and the feet and legs. Just be careful that he does come with a blaster there, and he's got these little hooks that go onto his elbows. I don't know if they're supposed to be like little knives where you can like stab somebody, or it was just easier to mold it that way and have you plug it in, but they are there, so be aware of that. You got to put them in yourself. And then, addition to the blaster, he comes with the Golden Disc right here, which is super cool. And then, I don't know if you're going to be able to read it or not, but it says the Music of Earth up there. And then it's got all the Cybertronian markings, which is very cool because, of course, this came off one of the Voyager probes in the Beast Wars episode, which was a fantastic little story arc. I love that. And let's take a look at the articulation real quick. So, looking here, his head is on a ball joint, moves back and forth, and does go up and down. His arms do move up and down, left and right. There is a mushroom peg at the top, and he's got a nice elbow joint there with a twist. And then there is a joint here at the wrist, but it's very tight, and it's really for transformation. He does have a waist swivel, which is nice. I like that. His legs kick up that far. They kick back about that far. They kick out really, really far, which is cool. And then he's got a really nice knee joint right there, along with a mushroom peg at the thigh. And then, again, there's another joint at the ankle, but that's for transformation. And a ball joint at the feet. And we get that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance, with both feet still flat on the floor. Taking a closer look at the figure itself, I do like the sculpt on this guy. I like how he's got the pterodactyl head. Looks very cartoon-like from the show. The sculpt of the head looks good. The silver, the kind of yellow in the eyes. He's got these black dots on his chest. The silver. I like the little razor elbows. All that looks good. The wrinkles inside of the wings. And he's got the little hands on the wings there. It folds up pretty well. All in all, this is a really good redux of the Air Razor mold. Now taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, sculpted really well. I like the wings. He's got his little pterodactyl booty and tail there. Follow the nice wrinkles, looking very reptilian, how the wings fold up. I like the silver on the chest and the arms and the waist there. That all looks really good. He's got his gun, which can actually plug into that clip on the side of his leg, but to be honest, it doesn't really click in all that well. I think the peg is a little bit too big for the hole, but overall, this thing is done really, really well. And taking a look at the legs of the figure, they're sculpted well, but I will say this is one of the weakest points in the figure. Those ankles feel so fragile on those little tiny ball joints, and the legs in general just feel a little bit fragile underneath the hips. I do like the sculpt. I like the paintwork on it. They look nice. Just, they feel very, very fragile, so be aware of that. It's probably the most fragile point aside from the pterodactyl head. Again, I would not recommend this for anybody under the age of probably 13 because this figure will snap. And finally, taking a look at the pterodactyl mode, and I love this. This is where it will sit in my collection. That head looks great, but it's very, very thin and wispy, so be aware of that. I love the paint on the eyes, the beak, and the little white on the teeth. That all looks great. The rest of it's basically red plastics, and I'm not sure if it's going to show up or not on camera, but there's a slight difference in the wings versus the body on the red, so be aware of that. Everything else is essentially tucked up underneath the body, and it sits on those itty-bitty tiny little ankles, but it definitely looks cool. Now let's take a look at the articulation on the Terrorsaur. So the head does move up and down. The beak does open and close. You gotta have some fingernails to get in there, but will open and close. There is also a mushroom peg at the neck, which is nice. The wings do flap up and down, which is cool. They move in and out right here, which is nice. There is a ball joint at the foot again, and then you can move the foot kind of in and out. Tail really doesn't do anything, but yeah, you can flap the wings around a little bit and pose it the way that you want to, and yeah, it looks really, really good in the Terrorsaur mode. For comparison, here we have the Golden Disc Kingdom Pterosaur with the Netflix Walmart exclusive Cheetor from Kingdom, and Pterosaur is a little bit taller than Cheetor. They're both about the same as far as weight and fragility goes. They both feel really, really thin, and they are small and delicate figures. Again, I do not recommend these for kids under probably 13. So is the Transformers Kingdom Golden Disc Edition Pterosaur something you want your Transformers collection? Well, if you are an adult collector and have been collecting the entire Kingdom line, then yes, you want to get this to complete out your Predacons. Terrorsaur was always one of my favorite figures, so I had to pick him up. At the time of this recording, he's probably going to start to get a little bit more expensive, but he's definitely worth it to add to the collection. He is very thin and fragile, so be aware of that. And again, I've said several points in this video, this is more of an adult collector figure than it is for kids. If you're going to get this for a kid, make sure they're over the age of probably 13 so that it doesn't snap like that as soon as they get it in their hands. The Terrorsaur head and the ankles and arms are all very, very thin, so be aware of that. It's a stable figure, it transforms well, but again, it is a thin and fragile figure. That being said, it's damn cool. So there he is, Terrorsaur from Transformers Kingdom Golden Disc Edition. And he comes with the golden disc, so that's nice. Thanks for watching. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Be sure to click all the things, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for new videos, and follow me on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description below.